For the unsheltered, every day is a fight for survival. Picture the uncertainty of not knowing where your next meal will come from, when you'll have the chance to shower again, or where you'll sleep safely. This is the harsh reality for countless individuals battling the elements and societal neglect, clinging to hope amidst the daily struggles. Stay tuned to meet a man who made it his mission to meet the needs of the unsheltered. My name is Jason Bradley, and you're watching Urban Report. Hello and welcome to Urban Report. My guest today is Eric Camarillo, president of SALT Outreach Incorporated. Welcome to Urban Report. Eric?
Yeah, hey Jason, thanks for having me again. Always love to be here.
Man, I love having you. You know, SALT is always busy. You guys are always on the move. And, since I first interviewed you, I've just been amazed at the growth that has taken place. Walk our viewers back through the progression of SALT.
Yeah. So SALT, for those that may not know, even though I know I've been here a few times, so they might already be familiar, but if they don't, we run a mobile drop-in center for people experiencing homelessness. So this is a place where someone experiencing homelessness can come to. They can get a shower, they can get food, laundry done, mail services, charging stations for their devices, storage services so they can go to job interviews. So there are those direct services which end up leading to our more advanced services like case management, mental health counseling, and we help end homelessness for people through those teams. And we have a spiritual care team as well. So when it comes to the unique part about it, one of the unique aspects of SALT is that everything we do is on wheels. And so, when we got started, I remember we started with food. A lot of places, when it comes to serving the unsheltered, you start with food. You're serving food to people, and that's an immediate need that they need at least 2-3 times a day, right? So when we're doing food, back in 2011 when we started, we didn't want to just stop at food. So we started to do surveys. And we did these surveys, we realized that clothing and hygiene was hard for them to access downtown. Another thing we realized was, we didn't have any space to store clothing and hygiene. So we had to figure out a way to distribute it in an organized way, but also have a place to store it. And that's when we launched our first trailer back in 2016. We call it our change trailer. So I actually have a picture of that. That change trailer, it's kind of like a food trailer. You kind of pop open the window, and you can distribute clothing and hygiene products right from that window. So you can see one of our volunteers there sorting clothing inside that trailer. When we launched that trailer, it was exciting for us. We raised about $4,000 for that trailer. Some carpenters donated their skills to make the inside even more effective. The surveys that we were doing led to so much success in launching this trailer that we ended up doing a fundraiser for a shower trailer, because we realized through the surveys most people we were surveying were actively looking for work, but those same people hadn't showered in 3 to 7 days. Some people hadn't showered in 3 months, and they were going on job interviews.
Wow, 3 months.
So that's why we wanted to get that trailer, fundraise for that shower trailer.
Yeah. I can't even begin to imagine, not being able to shower for 3 months. That's intense.
We had a guy that came to us recently that hadn't showered in almost a year. He had a stroke, no family or friends support, older gentleman, and he was paralyzed. Half of his body was paralyzed, and so he couldn't take a shower on his own. So our staff, that's one thing I love about our staff or volunteers. Their hearts are so big. They actually went in there and helped this man shower, so he can get a shower in. It was one of the most amazing and humbling experiences to be able to be a part of that with this man to help him get cleaned up because he can't do it on by himself, and
Yes.
unfortunately a lot of our guests experiencing homelessness, they have some kind of disability, you
Mm-hmm.
know and a lot of times the disability led to them experiencing homelessness. When you're on a fixed income that small, with the
Yes.
rent increasing the way it is, I mean, it's hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot, there are probably a lot of people that are closer to being unsheltered than they might realize.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Many people are a paycheck away. It's right now they just came out with a study in Central Florida here.
Mm-hmm.
Unsheltered homelessness doubled year over year.
Wow.
They haven't seen that kind of increase in forever, and shelters can only take in so many people every year. The capacity of a shelter has been consistent
Mm-hmm.
every year, and it's been consistently full. So when someone starts to experience homelessness here in Central Florida, they're not going to a shelter because the shelters can't take them. So what they're doing is they're ending up in their cars. They're ending up sleeping on the sidewalk, sleeping in parks. That's the only option for people right now, and that's why unsheltered homelessness increased so much,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we're seeing such an influx of people. I mean, right now, the next trailer we got, that shower trailer that I told you about. By the way, 3ABN viewers helped fund half of this trailer,
Wow.
which was really amazing. Yeah, so 3ABN was a key part of this, getting this thing off the ground here. But we launched this trailer, man, back in 2018. It cost $40,000, and now it's been about a little over 5 years now. We've done over 50,000 showers in this trailer,
Wow.
and it's still running, still going. Yeah. Um,
50,000, over 50,000 showers.
Over 50,000. Yep, yep. And a shower, sometimes when you think about a shower, it's hard to connect that to how that impacts people in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
And so for some people, and with the showers, we've realized that a shower is a key piece in helping someone to end their homelessness. It's a key piece to building trust and relationship for the unsheltered. When we were talking earlier, I mean, how are you going to succeed at a job interview without a shower?
Mm-hmm.
How are you even going to feel comfortable enough to go into a place of business
Yes.
when you smell, or when you don't have proper hygiene? And the showers, again, is just a way to connect with people, to get them to our case management team, our spiritual care team, our mental health counseling team, to get them to where they want to be, where they want
Mm-hmm.
to go. Actually, this next picture kind of shows where we expanded into offering a laundry trailer as well. So it has 6 washers and dryers in it. We launched that in 2021.
Wow.
And that trailer, along with our shower trailer, are providing, the laundry trailers provide 50 loads of laundry 5 days a week, and we're doing about 80 showers 5 days a week in just one location in downtown Orlando with those
Wow.
vehicles.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible. One thing that really, I mean, there are a lot of things that I love about Salt Outreach, but I love how you took a survey. You surveyed the people to find out what their needs were. Instead of making the assumption that you know what's best for them, you wanted to hear from them so that you could meet their needs, in the proper way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they
Data.
appreciated that as well.
They did, yeah, yeah. They saw we did surveys, and that led to a clothing trailer. We did more surveys that led to a shower trailer. We did more surveys that led to a laundry trailer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're seeing their input. They're seeing the data that we're collecting
Yes.
translate to things that are practical and that are able to help them to move forward.
And it
We've earned a
shows
lot
they,
of respect.
yes, and it shows that they hold value.
They hold value. We want to hear their opinion. They're people. They're people just like us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there's some people out there that look at the unsheltered as less than.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is it could happen to any of us at any time. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Any event, a sudden event can cause that for many of us. Yeah, there was actually a picture that popped up I wanted to talk about that I think you might be your favorite picture maybe in this whole lineup here.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yep.
y- yep.
So we've got your wife in this picture, and then we've got my wife in this picture. This is beautiful.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yep. So it so that what they're doing there is we when we launched the laundry trailer, we did a ribbon cutting. It was our first time doing a ribbon cutting for a new trailer. The city of Orlando, I'm sorry, the mayor of Orlando came out, some commissioners, other local leaders, a representative from the House of Representatives was out there. We had some other church leaders. And the mayor surprised us that day at the ribbon cutting. And actually made a proclamation that it'd be Salt Day in the city of Orlando.
Wow.
So on April 15th, we celebrate that every year, and we try to use that to help us raise funds for the laundry and the showers that we do for the unsheltered community. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Tell us about the main operation. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different facets to SALT. Tell us about the main operation.
Yeah, so when you go to that next picture there, you'll see kind of our downtown location. This is kind of like our main hub right now. You'll see the laundry trailer there and the shower
Hmm.
trailer there. We do all of our direct services at this location, which that include, of course, the showers and laundry, and we have our whole team there. But it's a place for someone that's experiencing homelessness for the first time. They can come to this place and they can get their basic needs met. They can get navigated through a system that's confusing. When you're experiencing homelessness, I mean, you're thinking about where you're going to lay your head, where you're going to eat your next meal.
Yes.
You're subject to the elements. And in Florida, being subject to the elements means if you don't have shoes, burning your feet on the concrete or the
Mm.
street. It means bugs crawling on you when you're trying to sleep. People looking down on you, not being able to use a bathroom in a public place many
Yes.
times. I mean, there's so many things, that so many factors. So having a place that they can go,
Hmm.
that's a judgment-free zone. We serve them, we help them navigate, we get them on track, and guide them through that process of ending their homelessness. I
Hmm.
mean, it's really a key piece in our city. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm just, every time we talk, Eric, I am like kind of left speechless in a way. Not only do you have the shower trailer, you have the change trailer, you have the laundry trailer, but you're not just confined to one shower trailer. You have, how many shower trailers do you have?
So we actually, between laundry and shower trailers, we have about five now, and we have some new
Whoa.
trailers we're developing. Yep. And so, we've been able to prove the impact. We've been able to make an impact, show tangible data, and see lives changed. And because of that, we have, local government, corporations, individuals, foundations donating to the cause to helping grow this thing. I mean,
Yes.
our vision's not a small vision. Our vision is to have drop-in centers in every metropolitan area in the U.S. because they're needed. They're needed.
Hmm.
And so expanding, adding trailers and things like that helps us to expand and help more people in more places. We actually launched our second shower trailer just last year. You'll actually see that pop up now. So that shower trailer right there is a 3-bathroom trailer.
Nice.
And so we use that for an area that's north of the county that we operate on. And thankfully, Advent Health and Spider Controls, Advent Health Hospital, Spider Controls is another company that has supported us.
Hmm.
They helped fund that whole trailer. So we're excited about seeing those kinds of partners kind of step up and help fund these trailers. Now that trailer's operating 3 days a week in that area.
Wow.
They're seeing people, they're getting people connected to services and case management. So yeah, that one's very mobile. I mean, we're going to camps, with that trailer. Yeah.
That's really good.
You know,
What types of feedback do you hear from the unsheltered?
Yeah, it's one thing for sure is things are different. A lot of the time, the unsheltered have to go to a place, like for example, right? When you think about it, if you're experiencing homelessness, right, and you're walking, let's say 10 blocks to a center to get a shower, right? So when you walk those 10 blocks in Florida, right, you walk there, you're all sweaty, it's hot, you take a shower, then you walk back and you need another shower, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
just sweat, the sun was beating on you, you walked over there. It's almost like a pointless thing for someone to do, right? In a sense. So being able to meet them where they are is huge when it comes to a shower in Florida. And the other thing too, and it kind of put it in perspective for us recently. That trailer was serving in a place, like I said, north of our main location, and
Mm-hmm.
we were serving people in this encampment because the shelters are full, so they have nowhere else to go. And in that encampment, there was one person we're working with a lot of people, but one person in particular was coming to us for case management services. He wanted to end his homelessness. He had a desire to get things going, and we were there to support him. And eventually, we were told that we couldn't operate at that location anymore. And unfortunately, we had to pull back from that location
Mm-hmm.
due to, there's a lot of things that play a part. Politics, unfortunately, is a big part of when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to serving the unsheltered. There's a lot of barriers and things like that. So we couldn't operate there. And after about 2 weeks of us not operating there, we found out that one of the people we're working with passed away.
Oh.
Um, he died in that encampment. He had a cut. It became septic. He was crying out for water. He couldn't get the water he needed because he couldn't move much, and he ended up passing away. And with the kind of heat that we see here in Florida, these services, even something as like a shower, case management, we could have caught that. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But
Yes.
because we weren't there, we weren't able to catch it because we
Mm-hmm.
couldn't, we were told not to operate there. So, these services are life-saving right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are actually helping to save lives.
Yes.
And it's sad, but it's something that we have to battle with every day. We need to fight for our clients. We need to fight for people experiencing homelessness because again, they're sometimes not looked at as people. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And they need people in their corner to help them through that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Salt is giving a voice to the voiceless, and that's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
powerful. As far as the disabled people are concerned, because you mentioned them earlier, what are you doing about that when it comes to the showers?
Yeah, let me jump through some of the other trailers that we've been able to get and what
Okay.
some advancements we've made to our trailers to help better serve the unsheltered population. This trailer right here was sponsored by a real estate company, Link Logistics is what they're called, and what they did is it's a 3-bathroom trailer like the other white one I shared, but it's a little bigger, and the reason is because they actually has an ADA lift, a wheelchair lift
Nice.
with an ADA bathroom. A lot of our guests have mobility challenges, and so we wanted to make sure we covered that. The other thing that we did in that trailer, which I didn't provide a picture of, I should have, but in the back of the trailer, there's a window that pops open, and in back of the trailer, there's 3 sinks.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is that instead of someone taking up a bathroom to shave or to brush their teeth or whatever, they can just pop open that back hatch in back of the trailer and just do that right there at the sinks and the mirrors that we have there.
Yes.
So it kind of increases our efficiency. It gets more people in the shower and in and out more quickly. Um, we also added another trailer that also has a handy. Actually, before I even go there, I think I have another picture that pops up after that. I want to talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
So, there it is. So you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of see that little compartment in the back.
Yes.
Um, so it's so crazy how God works. When when you increase your capacity, right, to serve people, and you're doing God's work, God provides more opportunities, right? We didn't have that trailer committed to anything, in the beginning, right?
Yes.
We were trying to figure out where to operate it, looking for funding to operate it, and it turned out that a shelter for women and children, their bathrooms were down. Right after we did the ribbon cutting, that trailer went right over to that shelter to provide showers and bathroom use to the women and children at that shelter. And so it's just so funny how God kind of orchestrates things, right?
He does.
What are the chances that we'll hear that right after? And the same thing happened with our next trailer. It kind of popped up there. It's our youth and young adult focused trailer.
Okay.
So that trailer also has the ADA bathroom. It has two other bathrooms in it with showers, but it also has laundry in it as well. So it has both in that trailer at once. So there's two stackable washers and dryers there. And it's dedicated to youth and young adults experiencing homelessness between the ages of 16 and 24. And that trailer, as soon as we finished the ribbon cutting, there was a fire at another shelter.
Wow.
So as soon as that ribbon cutting was over, that trailer went right into action, providing showers and bathroom use to all of the 150 people displaced in that shelter. That's a picture of both of our trailers kind of set up there, helping to support.
Eric, I know we have a video of somebody who has benefited from this. We have a nice video. I'd like to go to that right now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, a nonprofit called SALT Outreach is rolling out new mobile showers for homeless youth. It is a part of an $8.4 million effort run by the Homeless Services Network of Central Florida. Simply Healthcare Plans donated $150,000 to cover the costs of the trailer and truck. We spoke to a mental health expert who will be part of the efforts to help young adults experiencing homelessness.
Early in my life, I felt like an outcast. I've done prison ministry in the past, and I love helping people that society tends to look the other way at.
Spectrum News 13's Maria Serrano is joining us now live in Sanford. Maria, it's the first time that we're actually able to get a closer look at these new mobile showers. This will be in addition to the fleet that SALT Outreach already has.
That's right. And this trailer right here, it has 3 bathrooms with showers, a dryer and a washer. And all of this is specifically targeted to help youth experiencing homelessness.
Being able to live on the streets, as I have, has been a very influential experience in my life.
24-year-old Charles de Guzman has been without a home on and off for 4 years.
SALT provides very much needed stability.
He grew up in Seminole County but was born in the Philippines. He's working to find a job now.
Few of us want to stay in this trap of homelessness.
This new mobile shower trailer will target youth and young adults like Charles, washing their clothes and help tend to their hygiene needs. Kenneth Denizard is in charge of driving this trailer. He pulls SALT trailers like this to outposts in Orlando, Sanford, Tampa, and Daytona.
It's rewarding to be able to help somebody with whether it's a shower or giving them a pair of shoes.
He remembers towing a shower trailer to Tampa, helping an individual who hadn't showered for a year and a half.
That's a real reality check, how we just take a drop of water for granted.
Eric Camarillo spent 6 months of his life living out of his car in Chicago. He has clear memories of having to go to gas stations to clean up. Giving others access to what once was a need for him has been fulfilling.
I experienced homelessness when I was 20 years old as a young adult, so I know how intimidating it could be to be in a space where there's so many other different people and demographics.
He says this trailer is dedicated to young adults experiencing homelessness like Charles.
So right now in downtown Orlando, we're serving over 100 people a day, 5 days a week with our current equipment. We have a dedicated laundry trailer there, does 55 loads of laundry. We have a dedicated shower trailer there doing, upwards of 80 showers a day.
Having a dedicated space for them will be key for them to come out of fight or flight mode and end youth and adult homelessness.
I cannot do the things that I do without those sorts of accommodations.
The shower trailer will be available 5 days a week at a designated drop-in center, specifically, again, targeting youth experiencing homelessness. I am live tonight in Sanford. Maria Serrano, Spectrum News.
Wow. This is truly Christ's method of evangelism. You are meeting people where they are. Eric, real quick, because I know our time is escaping us, what are some of the struggles that you're having currently with SALT? What are some of the needs?
Yeah, as the need grows, demand for services is growing, and unfortunately funds are going away. A lot of the past 3 years we've had COVID funding, funding our operation, a good chunk of our operation. This year we're seeing a $600,000 deficit in funding. Whoa. Because of the COVID funding going away. Uh-huh. So now we are doing everything we can. We're at the point where we're going to have to decrease services if we don't figure out a way to raise another $200,000 yes. before the end of the year. So we're really hoping to raise the money we need. You'll notice the little words behind me saying text pass the SALT to 44321. If someone texts that number, 44321, and text the words pass the SALT, they'll get a link. And in that link, they can click it and actually make a donation. Nice. We need the support. There's so much need, and reducing services is not an option for us. We know God's going to provide, and so we're just trying to walk through the right doors and where God wants us to go. So
for sure. Yeah. What's your website? Why don't you share your website with our viewers?
Yeah, our website is www.saltoutreach.org. That's saltoutreach.org. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's one quick final thought that you would leave with our viewers and listeners?
So I would just say, we started small. We started with food. Now we have so many more trailers and equipment, including a new mental health counseling trailer. Things are growing. We're trying to meet the needs of the people we're serving. If you have a vision, go for it. Move forward. Don't let anything stop you. God will provide.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much for coming on, Eric. Thank you for meeting the needs of the people. And we want to thank you for joining us. Please support the wonderful organization of SALT Outreach. And until next time, may God richly bless you.